guys, it's me, Rebecca.
And me, Sydney.
And of course, this is our podcast.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay, how are we today?
How are we today? Are we going to address, the elephant in the room right off the bat?
That we maybe look and sound better? Or
Yeah,
Okay,
I have
I
a
was
feeling
hoping
we're
that.
going to, the quality just maybe looks a little better, sounds a little better.
We're trying something new today, guys. What's going to be very ironic if, like, nothing looks different, nothing sounds different. They're like, these girls are literally on crack. Like,
Yeah, well, the way that you're looking right now is pretty pixelated to me, so that's what's ironic already. But hopefully it comes out great,
I hope so, because I'm honest. I mean, on my end of things, I look better than what I look like in Zoom. So, if you
Yeah.
guys didn't know, we do put our podcast on YouTube. And if you don't want to only listen to us, you should also watch us.
Yeah, you should watch us, see how many times we touch our hair per episode, take a shot, how many times we say anyways, it's just cute.
Anytime Rebecca stares at herself.
Or starts this new weird tick, whatever it is for the episode.
Ew. Okay. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Everyone loves a mental health expert or crisis until someone's actually having one.
You know what? I agree with you, and that we're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, we
our episode.
are. We are.
Yeah.
Okay. How was your week?
That wasn't the computer breaking up, guys. That was just,
Ew.
a moment.
You're acting like Trump right now.
Ew, oh my God. Don't ever say that to me.
Making fun of my stutter.
That was terrible. that you
Wait,
just
I'm
said
Joe and you're Don.
that. You wish. You wish. If anything, it's the opposite. But
Okay.
anyway.
No, I'm Mike Pence. We know this.
Yeah. I don't stand by that, what she just said. I'm just going to put that out there. But how was my week? My week was pretty good. One of the more low-key weeks I think I've had in a while. My hair is curly again today. That's a new thing for me because I've been going in and out. Over the summer, I was wearing my hair curly all the time. And I was used to myself looking like that. And now I'm just every time is a readjustment,
I love her curly hair. She was having a full-blown meltdown, and I was like,
Thanks.
dude, your hair looks good. Like she says I fish. She's
Oh my God, I was
clearly-
not fishing. I was literally I hate the way this looks right now.
But I think you look great.
I appreciate it. I do.
I really do.
How was your week?
Well, my week was okay. It actually felt very long, which is kind of interesting because I've been having a perplexing time with time, and days have been turning into seconds. And but this week, every day I woke up and I was like, thank God it's Saturday. And then I realized that it was Tuesday. And then
Wait,
the next
that's
day,
upsetting.
I know. And then the next day I was like, oh, fuck yeah, thank God it's Saturday. And then it was Wednesday. And every day I thought it was the same day. And took a while to get to the day that I actually thought it was. But
Well, yeah, yesterday was actually Saturday, so.
yesterday was Sunday.
Oh, you're right. See, I don't know what I'm talking about.
But basically Saturday for us, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, so it's been a kind of an interesting week to say the least. I'm rewatching Broad City right now, so that's been exciting. Sydney, you hate that show though.
I don't hate it. Rebecca tried to show me it once, and I did enjoy it. I liked the episode that I watched that time. That was pre-COVID, triggering. But I've been heavy into Ginny and Georgia, so.
Yeah, we know.
They don't know. We haven't talked about it.
You didn't say it last time? I thought you did.
Oh, maybe I did. I don't remember.
Well, she's a big fan.
Well, I mean, I just like those shows. I like, teenage drama, but
Same.
I just heavily related to a lot of what was going on. They dealt with being biracial in a real way. As opposed to Blackish, whatever they do. I don't know.
Have you seen Blackish?
Oh, have you seen Blackish? Every white person I've ever met. Have you seen Mixed-ish?
What do you mean you don't watch Mixed-ish?
Yeah. Aren't you mixed?
Yeah, Barb, she's talking to you.
Oh, but it was okay when you
Well,
said
they don't
it.
listen. Barb and John don't listen anymore.
Yeah, they've given up. They've
Mm-hmm.
given up. The
Yeah.
novelty is worn off now, guys. You know, the people listening now are our true fans. They're not just, listening because it's cute for the moment.
Yeah. Haters.
Haters.
So what are we gonna chat about
Yeah,
today?
today we're diving into the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry interview last night that aired with Oprah. We're also going to dive into Chris Harrison's Good Morning America interview a bit later for the Bachelor peeps. But yeah, last night Twitter was lit up. Hashtag Meghan and Harry and Oprah.
Well, and I posted on our Instagram this morning. Good morning to everyone except the royal family.
Thank you. Thank you. Wait, I think that's becoming like our new thing because with Free Britney, you're like, good morning to everyone but Britney's dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and then
Yeah.
there's been ones like good morning to everyone except Mitch McConnell.
Ugh.
It's like good morning to everyone but whoever pissed people off the day before.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I'm
But like
sure
I
people
feel
say that
like
about me.
it's just weird to me that like people are shocked that the royal family would be that way. The way that they described in the interview. Like of
Well, they're
course.
held up to this like high pedestal.
Yeah, even I never understood it. Like people here are like, really it's like there are royalty. I'm like, they're not. Why
Oh
are we
no, but they are.
but they're not.
But they are.
They're royalty from where they're from, but they're
Oh
not
yeah, yeah, yeah.
American
Oh yeah, yeah.
royalty.
No, not here, but like in the world, there's
Sure.
not many royal families anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it wouldn't be shocking to me that, like, they're bringing an American half black woman into the royal family, and the royal family's not going to have any pushback on that.
Yes. So let's start. Okay, so Oprah is going to be the interviewer.
Our queen.
Like, her under eye bags, though, it's like killing me for my future.
All right, she's a mature woman.
I
Slow
know,
down.
but like I'm nervous about it. She, of course, Oprah, and that's what's so ironic now that I'm on my Broad City kick again, because one of the main girls, Abby, she has a giant collage poster. It's like a giant photo, but it's like 10 prints of the photo to make it big of Oprah. It's a photo of her. And she has a tramp stamp of Oprah on her back.
Oh.
Like she's a diehard Oprah fan. So it's just ironic that now Oprah is like in the limelight for a
Yeah.
second. So yeah, Oprah, of course, is
I didn't
is
know they were
interviewing.
friends, but like she was invited to the wedding and everything.
Well, yeah, I guess, huh?
Well,
Makes
I mean,
sense.
if I was marrying a prince, I would invite Oprah just because I
Yeah,
could.
yeah. Well, and they like live next door to each other now, she says. Like they're
Yeah.
close to neighbor.
Subtle
Celebrities.
flex.
Celebrities, it's probably like 5 minutes.
Subtle flex. Yeah.
Okay, so the interview starts out. We're in the garden. Oprah's in one chair in the new Crate and Barrel collection of 2021. Oprah's outside with Meghan Markle.
Who
And
is
she's pregnant?
pregnant again. Yes.
Did we know this ahead of time? Or do
Yes,
I just
we
not
did.
care? Okay.
We did. You just didn't
Okay.
hear about it. But she's pregnant. Did you get to the part where they announced whether it was a boy or a girl?
Yeah, they're having a girl.
They're having a girl. I'm really excited about that. It'll be very cute.
I do think it's kind of nice. Like, obviously, whatever you get, but it is kind of like, a lot of people I think dream of having a boy and a girl, and like, oh, if you just have,
course.
yada, like to hit it off the bat, and then yeah, they're like, okay, I'm done.
Well, yeah, and that's what they were. They were like, yeah, we're done after this. I'm like, okay,
I don't blame
live
them.
your best. The son is so cute though, Archie.
Did they show the son? No.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I must not have.
Like running along the beach or whatever. with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
not
you meant like in the interview. I was like, I didn't see that.
No. But what did you think about Meghan during this interview?
So, like, I don't really give a shit about Meghan Markle, like, at all.
Okay.
I never watched Suits. I didn't, I don't know anything really about her. And, like, I was the person where it was like, well, even in the interview, she's like, I've never Googled my husband. I'm like, bitch, come on.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all.
I don't
Not
believe
one
that.
bit.
I Google people that, like, don't even have a relation to me. So,
Well, I don't know what her Googling the prince would have done. It would just say that he's a prince. Like, I'm sure she knew what everyone kind of knows.
like, things.
But yeah, she can't act like I didn't even know anything about him before we got together. It's like he's the prince.
Okay, yeah. Like, you
Sure thing.
did know. You've been knowing.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they actually love each other, but I've always been a little like, girl, you knew what was about to happen. Not the extent.
Yeah.
Like, because I think what she says in the interview, she talks about how like as Americans, like you know celebrities, and like she said, she grew up in LA, so she's
And
seen
you think
tons of
it's the same
celebrities,
thing. Yeah.
right? But like they're more than celebrities, which I think I would think that already because the rules are so intense. But I guess not everyone knows that.
Well, and yeah, exactly. If you're not into the royal family, because I know people who like were really into the royal family and they like would stay up for their time zone during the weddings to catch them live and all of that. And like I've never been that level of interested. I like Princess Diana and I listen to podcasts and about her and like watch YouTube videos about her, but that's really my extent of like what I know and whatever. So I feel like if I were in this situation, you know, you think like yeah, they're royalty. They're like the biggest of the big and where they're from. But like, yeah, behind closed doors, you would think that like there would be some commonality. Like you know, this is my family, so we're comfortable together. And it's not. It's very much like you stand up, you curtsy. This is the queen. She's my grandma. Yeah, but she's the queen. And yeah, so I understand where she's coming from. I don't believe that she didn't look anything up about him,
You do
especially
some
since
things.
it was like a blind date situation. Like they were set up together.
Okay.
So you don't
Oh,
look up
she knew
who it is at
something.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little odd, but so I don't know. I never really thought of her, but I definitely think she's also like she doesn't want it to be a fairy tale thing, but it very much is. Like you're
It
just
is
like a girl
so
that
much.
like is married into this royal family. Like no, like that's a one in however many people in the world there are
7
chance.
billion chance. Well, and I was thinking about it last night, the severity of the fairy tale-ness of it all, right? Because not only are you marrying a prince from a different country, and now you're in this royalty, right? But you're also he's left the royalty for you
Well, right.
and your family. There can't be a more romantic story than that. Like there literally can't.
No, it's literally
He's
fairy
willing
tale.
to give it all up for you.
Yeah, it's fairy tale.
Fairy tale.
Very much that.
Very much that. Um, but yeah, I mean, with Peace and Love, I don't know if Oprah did the best job interviewing her. Because she was
Peace and
asking,
love.
it was Peace and Love. It was not great. She just kept asking like the same questions that clearly Meghan was like uncomfortable with. And I mean, I guess that's the point is to push as like a journalist and like try to get the right answers and everything. But it was just a couple times where it was like, Oprah, we knew the answer to that question. Why are you asking it again?
Yeah, I did find it really interesting. Or even when, okay, so Megan brings up the fact that she wanted to commit suicide at one point while she
Yeah.
was living there, yada yada. This was after they were married, right?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
I don't know, actually.
No, I think she was because she was pregnant in the photo where she was saying like the
Oh,
night
yeah.
before they had to go to that event, she wanted to kill herself.
You're right.
So, but I think Oprah also had to ask this like the same things because she also was like saying things in passing, like when she was like, "Were you silenced or were you silent?" And she or silent and were you silenced? She was like the latter, and Oprah's like, "So you're telling me that they silenced you?" And then she says, "Yes." You know, I think because like the tabloids and like the news too, they need like a direct type of probably quote or yes or no.
Yeah, she didn't want things to be taken a certain way. She's like directly yes or no. And like I did like some of that where she was like, okay, not letting her get away with the vagueness of her
Yeah,
prepared
yeah,
statements, right? Like,
yeah, yeah,
okay, when you say the reverse happened, does that mean that Kate made you cry?
yeah,
And
yeah.
she was like, yeah, she did, but she apologized and was so nice and whatever. But I mean, Kate scares me. Always has.
Really?
She scares
Why
me
does she scare you?
because she gives so much like Karen energy, so
Yeah.
much like prim, proper, will go by the book, but like if you do something wrong, she's gonna like let you have it kind of, or just like, I don't know, like she's always freaked me out. She just doesn't seem like personable. She seems like a cardboard cutout. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
She's very perfect.
Yeah, and to be like Meghan coming in, I'm sure it was so intimidating and you know, I'm sure she was a bitch and she just didn't want to say that, but
Yeah.
to make her cry when she's planning her own wedding is just
Well, no, the week of the wedding. It was like
yeah.
the week before or something.
Yeah, it was about dresses or something, but
Bridesmaids or flower girl dresses. So that
and
was
then for the
interesting too.
media to turn that around that Meghan made her cry and nobody came out and said that that wasn't true.
It is a little sus.
It's very sus. It just showed you that like they like that narrative and they're gonna take it and run with it.
Well, because I think for a lot of people, and they touched on this in the interview too, like they thought that it was like either you liked Kate and you hated Meghan, or you liked Meghan and you hated Kate. Like there was like, and it was maybe their way to grab people that hated Kate, that were against them for a little bit, to join in then
Well,
to create that narrative.
it's very like they both represent different things, like very different things.
Yeah.
Usually, and they're very polar like things. It's like if you like Kate, you like the more traditional royal person values and all of that. And if you like Meghan, it's progressive, it's new for, what the royal family is about. And I just feel like I can't help but think that, Harry has always been the one that, like Princess Diana, like he got her rebellion way more than William, obviously.
Yeah, because William had much greater responsibility too.
I mean, but yeah, sure. They both have responsibility though, and Harry said, "Fuck it." William would never do that.
Well, I wouldn't if I was William. He actually has a chance to be the king.
But I mean, I don't
Harry
know.
would never.
I don't know though. Maybe in his old age for sure. But like that's the thing, is that like if
not necessarily, because his dad. I mean, because the queen has lived so long, his dad is definitely older. He's in his 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
So like realistically, like he could definitely be a king by the time he's 60 or something.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like Diana didn't care about all that. And
Yeah.
I don't think Harry cares about all that. And even if he was the older son, I don't think he would care about all that.
I don't know though. I mean, I think that's made who he is too, the nature versus nurture thing. Like, since he was able to know, he knew that realistically, unless like all of his family died, he would never be the king of England. So like, I would think just right off the bat, you live your life with, yes, still responsibility, but nothing close to like his brother is going to have to feel.
Maybe, but
Same like the Queen of England. Did you watch The Crown, the first season of The Crown?
I tried.
Like her sister, then how they paint her narrative, like again, the queen, she was the one that was to be in line, and the sister had a very different lifestyle, because the sister she would never even have a chance unless literally everyone around her died.
Yeah, I mean, I get that for sure, but I just think that even during their like partying days when they were younger and stuff, like Harry was here partying with like Kanye West.
Yeah.
And William would never. It's just not, they just are polar opposite people. Like definitely nature versus nurture. I think both are involved here, but I think there is a nature element as well of just like they're different people with different priorities no matter where they were at, kind of
For
thing.
sure. Yeah, I personally think it's because of the power and responsibility that was placed on them as a young kid.
William was also cheating on Kate, and he knew that that's not good for a king's image. But I think it's priorities, what we want to risk.
What do you mean? That was confirmed. He cheated?
Yes. Yeah, there was. It was. They scrubbed it off the internet, but it was heavily confirmed. But it was like her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so then obviously there was this point in the interview that was, it made it an iconic interview. It made it something that like, everyone then was taking to Twitter about, where Meghan says, there were conversations when I was pregnant, not with me, but with Harry, about how dark the baby would come out looking, or like what the skin color would be of the baby. Because they were already saying before he was even born that he is not going to be a prince. Mm-hmm. He is not going to have the same privileges as the other grandkids, William's kids. For what reason, they were not explained. They just said no. And, like, we know the reason, but...
Right, but if it was a different person, like with the rules of the patriarchy, would those kids technically be princes?
Yes, William's kids are. It's the same thing. When the queen dies, or when you're the queen's great grandchild, like as things evolve, you end up being a prince or a princess. Yeah. And they said that would not, they're breaking protocol for him. He will not be able to have that privilege.
Because she's probably non-royal too. But even though like his kids, William's kids, all of his kids would have to die before Harry becomes king. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, for sure. But like, Kate wasn't royal either, you know what I mean?
No,
And
she was part of royal families
she was
already.
high up, but like she wasn't royalty.
Well, there's only one royalty family and it's them, but she was already in that realm. She was a part of those families. Not even and Diana was too. She was actually in royal families
Yeah,
too.
she was like higher up with like the elites, of course. But I don't know. It's just it's obvious why they would break protocol to do that. You know what I mean? Why would they do that? And he's going to be the direct descendant of a prince of the queen, and they're going to take away his security. The baby will not be protected.
Yeah.
The prince will not be protected. And obviously Meghan will not be protected. It's like, but then they still want them to live there, work there as royal members of the family, go out and do all these events for them. But like, how can you do
No,
that?
I think they took security away when they went to Canada.
Right, but they had
They
already
still
been
had
told that
security in England.
that the baby wasn't going to have security. Harry had security, but
Yeah.
they were already told that like they were going to remove that even if they stayed in London
Oh, see, I heard it as when they moved to Canada is when they took it all away. And
from
that's
him.
why they left.
From
Yeah.
him. Yeah. But usually the Meghan and the baby would also have security, right? And
Mm,
they were told that they wouldn't have that or whatever. But Harry even said himself, he was like, I never thought that mine would get taken away, if anything. He was like,
yeah.
I knew that they were trying to do this with Meghan and Archie, but I never thought that, this was something I was born into. And like royalty is such a big deal to them that like I never thought that that would happen. So he's like, that really changed things for me when they
Yeah.
took mine away, it was like, okay, well, all bets are off then.
Fuck my
And
drag.
they like, yeah, and they cut him off financially. And so then he said all we had left, and this was like during the pandemic, like the pandemic had just started. He said it was like March, and they had went to Canada, and then they were like, well, we need to go somewhere permanently because we don't know when the borders are going to be
Mm-hmm.
closed
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. He said all I had left was the money that my mother left me, and I think that she knew that this was going to happen. And so she saved something for him and for William, but that's like all they had money wise. And you're royalty, you're a prince, and you have no money now except
What
for
happened to all her old money? I'm sure
um
she still had some money for being an actress, no?
I mean, I'm sure some she might have like I mean, she said that you don't see your passports, you don't see any of that stuff when you're over there. I don't know if she had any money left to be honest because she might have been buying her own stuff like to be there.
Oh, I don't think she paid for anything being there.
I think in the beginning she did. But
Really?
I don't know if she had money saved. It didn't sound like it. um but yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know. Really sad, really unfortunate. You could tell that Harry was really sad. Um talking about he was strict too. Oprah was like, she said you had this conversation about the baby's skin, which is funny because they're both
And she wouldn't say who.
no, he was like, I will not be discussing that. It would be too bad. I will not be discussing that. And she was like,
Yeah.
you won't tell us, like how the conversation went. He's like, I will not be discussing that.
Then why bring it up?
Well, Meghan brought it up.
I know, but why? Because she
But
even said
because she
too.
wanted people to know. She wanted
Yeah.
people to know. But I think that it must have been either Kate, William, or the dad. I don't know if it would have been the queen. I don't think so, but it must have been one of them because he was like,
Yeah.
she said, like it would ruin them. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I mean too, but even like I feel like I mean obviously genetics you don't know what you're gonna get, but like she's very light skinned herself.
she's white passing, and he is
Yeah.
literally redhead. You
So
couldn't be
why
any
are we
lighter.
bringing that? Like, why is that even a? I mean, logic. Like realistically, the baby's going to be super light looking.
Because they see her as different, as
I know.
other.
Well, and that's what's kind of crazy is like obviously I don't agree with it, but then and then it's like the but then when you think about like those people and like their like the lineage of like almost incestual type behavior, and like I understand why they'd be upset. Whether I don't agree with them, like it's disgusting, but like I see why they're mad because their bubble's like bursting and they've like let an outsider in now, and just the fact that she wasn't royalty and then the fact that she is like a completely different ethnicity.
Well, Yeah, and Harry said that too. He was like, I knew that it would be something,
Yeah.
us dating. I knew it would be something, but I had no idea it would be this. He was
Well,
like,
yeah, it's gross.
and he said he was really hurt because his father is not taking his calls currently. They're not talking. And he's like, I still love him to death, but like, I expected more empathy from him because he understands exactly what I'm going through. My wife is getting like literally tortured by the media.
Well, he didn't
And
care
his
about his wife.
exactly, but his wife died because
Yeah.
of the media, well, ex-wife at that point. But like, apparently after Diana's death, obviously, Prince, what is it, Andrew?
The Queen's husband?
No, Diana's ex-husband. What is that, George?
Oh.
I don't know. Their dad. Um, he was really upset, obviously, because I guess he loved her a little. I don't know. But Harry was like, I would expect him to understand at least the severity of the situation because Diana did die because of the tabloids and the publicity and all that. And he was like, I was confident that it would end the same way. And so I had to leave. I had to. I'm not going
Yeah.
to sit by and like, he's like, if I didn't do that, she wouldn't be sitting here with me next to me giving this interview.
Well, yeah, because it wasn't necessarily because it was leading her to want to kill herself and the strictness and the craziness.
Yeah, so and at the end it was really sweet. Talk about fairy tales, so sweet. Because Oprah was like, "Do you feel like?" Because they were talking about escaping. They were talking about it like it was an escape mission kind of thing. And Oprah was like, "Do you feel like she saved you from that situation? Like you never would have left had it not been her?" And he was like, "I do." They have chickens. They have like they're able to run around in their backyard and just call people up whenever they want. Like he's like, I do feel like that. And Meghan was like, obviously, it's really sweet of him to say that, but he saved all of us because, he made the decision ultimately to leave.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, but he said, for our safety, we've got to go. So I just think it's the most romantic thing ever to have a prince literally leave his whole
Oh.
family
So
to
he's like, sign me up.
I know, sign me up.
Do everything for me. Wait, I got a hair on my lip gloss.
Well,
Sorry.
you got a couple on, so that makes sense.
You bitch. You bitch. No, I do think it's very sweet. It is sad. I just feel like even he said it, like he didn't realize how, he didn't use the word disgusting. I'll use the word disgusting. His like family and how people treated other people, until he walked like a day or a few minutes in Meghan's shoes. He said, like living through her and realizing the treatment that she got compared to what he got, or even just other people. So that's what I mean. Where I was saying like, their bubble has totally burst. What they've done for so many years, and now they're going to be seen as the people that they are.
As they should.
As they should. I know Refinery 29 did an article, and I think it was Refinery 29, and they said, what did they say? It said, oh, everyone's upset with the royal, never mind. Basically calling out the royal family.
Well, I mean, we knew that they were fucked up, right? Literally, they were so mean to Diana, and everyone knew that, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's funny because people liked Meghan in the beginning before they got married and before the baby came. People liked her.
Yeah.
And, but then, like, they started calling the baby a monkey. It was really bad. It was really bad. And she was like, that's when I knew, like, they're gonna put themselves on the line to defend people with lies, but they won't defend me with the truth, like what happened. So I'm really happy for them that they have this platform now to speak up.
Yeah, they've got that company now too. What is it, Archways or
Archwell, I think.
Archwell. Yeah, and it is. So it is a little. I mean, it is a little interesting. Her talking about all of her mental health struggles while her husband is like forging on this mental health thing. But maybe that's also why he's so passionate about it, because the person he loves the most has struggled so hard.
Well, yeah, and I think like but two things can be true at once. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think everything affects other
That's
things
what I say.
Always.
That's what I say.
Is
yeah.
it?
I literally just said that earlier to you. I was like, she could be actually suicidal, but they could also be using it to, push them up further.
My nose itches so bad right now, and it's taking everything in me to not like stick my finger up my
Do
nose.
it, do it,
I
do it,
can't. I
do
can't.
it, do it. Sydney's
Whew.
wearing a new foundation today too,
Yeah.
so
I think I like it.
yeah, it looks nice. Looks nice, looks
Oh my
nice.
God, my nose. Anyway,
So did you like the interview then? Is that what you're telling me?
I loved it. It's so much tea. It's
It
so
was
much
so much.
insider knowledge.
I saw this thing. It was like America spilling the tea again in British waters.
Yes, yes, yes. I saw all of that.
Of course you did. I'm Sydney and
Well,
I'm
I'm
on
on Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah. Sorry.
The drama.
I've
The
told Rebecca to get a
drama.
Twitter for so many months. It wasn't that long.
I had a Twitter before you had a Twitter. I just don't
You don't
use
know
it.
when I had a Twitter,
Well, I know I had a Twitter before you because I've been on Twitter for like over 10 years, so
but you're not on Twitter, so
hmm what
when
is
it
this?
matters the most.
Whatever.
Whatever. Should we move on? Should we move on?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. What did you think about it? Did you like it?
I did enjoy it. I was eating my breakfast while watching it. I didn't finish like the last few minutes though because I had to get ready. But I did enjoy it. I do. It's it's hard. Like I'm not obsessed with the royal family, but like I I'm a rule follower.
She's one for
So
tradition.
I thank you. Yeah, I do like tradition. So
Yeah.
like yeah, like I do. I think there's like a whole like, if they give you the binder full out, that's what you got to do. And I'm sure she got that binder before things seriously progressed, before everything. But if they're happy, they're happy. I mean, I'll still sleep just fine at night.
I support Meghan Markle, so.
I mean, sure. Yeah, I don't not support. I don't support really any of them. I'm happy for them that if she's happy, I'm happy.
All right. Let's move on.
Wait, do you
So,
know though? Ew, what? Wait, what do you mean move on? You're
what were you going to say? I thought we were
ew.
done. Oh
Yeah,
my
wait.
God.
Are you trying to silence me?
Are you being silent or were you silenced?
The latter. The
Okay.
latter by you.
Yeah.
The latter by you. No, one more thing.
Yeah.
People are up in arms too because Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, is like on his deathbed or something. Like he's
Yeah.
had surgery, 99 years old, and they're like, "How dare they come out with this
Who gives a
interview while
fuck?
he's sick?"
Who
It's
gives a
like he's
fuck?
99. Let him
I don't
talk.
care. Nobody cares about his ass. Whatever.
But yeah, closing statements and Sydney hated me. I support her if she's happy.
Yeah, I believe that. All right. Should we move on?
Ew, wait, what does that mean?
I don't believe it.
What do you mean? You want me to have her go back and want to kill herself?
No.
No, what do you think then? Tell me.
I don't know. I just don't know if you have a ton of sympathy for her in the situation. I just know you and your morals.
What are my morals?
That people should follow the rules and be, which is funny because that's exactly what they were doing. And she said she did a lot of research on her own so that she would follow the rules and not embarrass them or whatever. And it's just like obvious that it has nothing to do with the rules. And it's because she's one drop of black.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that, whatever. I think her being black that's what I mean. It burst their bubble and like an outsider's coming in now. But she did also like wear black nail polish and she didn't wear her pantyhose. Remember that Facebook status we just read?
So she deserves what's going on.
No.
Like, who
No,
cares?
no, not at all. I know, I don't care, but those are the rules. But I do agree.
Yeah,
I think it is because
why
she is.
didn't, if she wanted to kill herself, why didn't she drive herself somewhere? You can't
Well,
just
she
drive
can't.
yourself somewhere.
She can't. She
You
can't.
can't. You have to ask
And
permission.
the backlash of her entering a mental hospital, like, are you
Ugh,
kidding? Like,
especially on her own.
she couldn't. She was
Well,
kidnapped in plain sight.
and with right. And like when Diana was going, so Diana's big cause, one of them obviously was AIDS, and she had a friend who was dying of AIDS, who was on his deathbed, and he wanted to see her. And she drove by herself because they wouldn't give her the clearance. She drove by herself to him and sat with him while he died, right? And she got back and got backlash for not following protocol and asking the Queen before she went. It's just like, it won't matter what you do. You can't just, if you do it on your own, they get pissed.
Right.
If you don't, they get pissed.
No, I agree. Yeah, I mean, literally, I feel like she just was like kidnapped in front of everyone. Like people think you could easily run, but you can't. So that's what I
Yeah.
mean. If she's happy, then I'm happy. But I do
Yeah.
think Harry needs to shave his head because he's like bald in the back of his head.
Yeah, I think, he's got a lot more going on than William up there. But
wait, he's looking like a snaggletooth though. Feel like William kind of looks like Gollum or something.
wait, and William used to be so handsome when he was like a teenager.
He's got that like British look to him now.
Looking like dad. looking like dad.
Wait, Harry doesn't look like them at all.
No, Harry looks like Diana.
Same.
So, but like, okay, we do have a time limit this episode.
Okay, yeah. Well, you were just like saying that I was someone I wasn't, and I wasn't going to have that.
I just said nothing of the sort.
Well, you didn't have to. If so everyone would go to the
all
video
right, you're
now.
projecting. Let's move on. Okay, we're going to talk about Chris Harrison on Good Morning America real quick for our Bachelor babes.
Okay.
Just real quick, because then we have to do our faves and fugs still. Hello.
Does my makeup look good, though?
You're very pixelated. You're like 2 pixels right now. But yeah, you look amazing. I told her before we started that her purpley gray streaks were killing it. You don't like it?
I don't know. We'll see. My shoulder hurts.
So, why don't you start us off?
Okay. Well, so I don't know if you guys are alive or not, but the Chris Harrison thing that's been going on.
It's transcended Bachelor Nation. It's on Good Morning America, so.
Right. So I feel like everyone knows. So yeah, Chris Harrison was on Good Morning America with Michael Strahan. Is that how I say it?
Strahan with an N, but yes.
Well, he's a ham to me.
Okay.
He was interviewing Chris Harrison and because Chris was issuing an apology. What did you think?
Rachel has come out and said that, she accepts his apology and she doesn't want anyone to be looking to her anymore for, anything. But I'll come out and say that
she also said that she has to apologize for things to move on. She had a quote. It said, I'm accepting his apology because it's the only way for things to, get, move on and, grow.
Well, because she's going to be stuck there then forever if everyone's asking her all the time what she thinks. But I thought that his statement was well, okay, this is literally how he was looking. He was like, it's like he had words down here and he was like, so yeah, I do apologize for what I said. It's wrong. Reading
just like this, how are you guys today? How are you?
Just reading from something.
Reading.
I'm like, Chris, are you kidding me? And it was robotic. And what he said was vague. It was just she just really.
I look good. I'll send it to you.
Should we move on? You're over this?
No. I was pretending to be Chris Harrison and then it was in my hand and then, he was being very vague. It was, I don't know, whose idea was it? Did, they call him and they were like, Chris, you should come on to, clear the air? Or did Chris and his people be like, Good Morning America, they need him to come on so he can apologize?
I'm sure they reached out for a statement.
Okay, because it seemed like he was being handcuffed under the table.
Absolutely.
He couldn't barely move or have any sort of expression.
Mike Fleiss, the leader of all of Bachelor Everything, for sure had Chris Harrison in a headlock. You will go on Good Morning America if you want your job still. And that's what was disappointing to me because they were talking he's like, I fully intend to still be with the franchise. I was like, ugh.
Yeah,
really?
That was gross. Quick side note. Guys, the before I forget, the brother from iCarly has a Bachelor podcast, and I need to listen to it.
I love it so much.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very bold move for him to say that he will be back and he's coming.
And it's weird for the Bachelor people to choose someone else for the after the final rose, someone who has these uncomfortable racial conversations. And then so you're acknowledging the pain, but you're gonna keep the guy who caused the pain.
Well, because he's working with a racial advisor.
Oh my God, that too blew my mind because I was like, if you have to have a black person teach you about racism and you're in your 60s and you've lived through the year 2020, you have so many issues. You need to go somewhere. To the ranch. As Dr. Phil would say.
His bad baby went to.
To the ranch. We'll be talking about that soon. But, yeah, I thought it was just disgusting. It was lazy. It was a lazy apology. It was it was wrong. And Michael Strahan was like, so Rachel got kicked off of Instagram, for the statements that you made. How do you feel about that? He's like, yeah, I was wrong.
And everyone that's doing these things to Rachel. Please stop.
Stop.
Please stop. But then at the end, he was like, I thought he was like gonna start snickering about Rachel.
Yeah, he was like smiling, just smug, like
very purged.
He didn't look like he was actually affected by everything that was going on.
Oh, definitely not.
And
definitely not.
Honestly, what he did was worse to me than what Rachel did. Rachel, KKK Rachel, because hers were years ago, and she seemed to have grown since then and has actually taken accountability. His was literally 4 weeks ago that he was talking all this bullshit. And now you're different, and now you're apologizing, and you understand.
His advisor is helping him see it through. No, I think Rachel, I mean, granted, like, I think she's handling this
about
very
to suck
well.
Rachel's dick right now, so.
Please.
Yeah.
Her lady boner. I think she's handling it really well.
Yeah, Rachel, Rebecca wants to be Rachel.
KKK.
So.
Yeah, I want to be her. I just want, but without her past, but like I just want to look like her.
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
Brunette vibes.
Whatever.
But I feel like she's doing a really, I mean, I guess compared to like what else could you do? Like she's not
like Chris Harrison.
Right. No. I mean like even better. Like or you know, like I think it'd almost be worse than what she's doing now. Like if she was like I don't know, very also it's hard to describe. I just feel like she's doing it in a way where it's like it doesn't seem like she's like putting on a show or trying too hard to prove.
Genuine. It looks genuine.
Looks
even
very
if it's
genuine.
not, it looks genuine. And I also want to give a shout out to that black man that's teaching Chris Harrison about racism because he's collecting a check. Okay,
yeah, he's a reverend, and you would too for a check.
You would too for a check. I know I would for a check.
Little placement. Sydney loves teen shows. I love teen beauty brands. This is Sugar Rush by Kate, and it's Kate.
They have not paid us for that promotion. All right, I think you should go ahead and take that out.
This is sponsored.
Absolutely not.
It's like the teen version for Tarte. Like Tarte made a brand.
I'm happy for you.
I know.
Why are we rubbing in our lotion above our head like that?
I don't know, guys.
Anyway,
sorry.
Should we do our faves and fugs?
No, I'm not done yet about Chris Harrison.
Oh, okay. Just taking a lotion break.
I'm just taking a lotion break. So, yeah, I feel like, and then at the end, we didn't talk about this. Michael Strahan, if you will.
It's not his name. Don't disrespect Michael.
Hammer. Yeah, I'll slice him up on a slice of rye bread.
Yeah.
So he was like, so that was Chris's apology. Like that was his apology for him.
His apology was his apology.
His own, yeah.
I was like, cut him up on
very
Good Morning America.
Very much.
That. And he was like, honestly, it looked like we didn't dive into anything deep there. He just wants to really stay on the show. I was like, call him out.
Me. That's so me, huh?
Literally you.
Like,
no, I don't even think you would do that.
Like trying to cut. It's like trying to cut open like a steak, a well done steak with a plastic knife. Like you just can't get through it. Or like a hard loaf of bread. It's just like you're just scoring the surface.
You like crack open an egg and there's another shell underneath. That's Rebecca.
And apparently Chris Harrison too.
Yeah, he was vacant. He looked like a zombie.
Yeah, I mean, because he's probably seen his his money drop a little bit.
As he should. I have zero.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, none whatsoever. You guys know I've hated him since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember watching The Bachelorette with Sydney outside and Carrie in the summer on the projector. Hopefully that happens one day again. And saying like, ew, this guy's like giving me major pedo vibes to Rachel. Like he's so like pervo pedo. Like I just can't take it. And
okay, but in Chris Harrison's defense, this is the only thing I'll say.
Wait, you're pulling a Rebecca right now. Too.
Yeah, when he started the show, he was super young, right? And he was way more of a confidant to the leads, and he would talk to them about like their feelings for the different contestants, and like he was way more involved. And like by Rachel's season, I think he was starting to like maybe go downward. And since then, even on this last couple episodes with Matt, I've been like, why is he here? He looks like he hates his life and he doesn't want to be here anymore. And so I thought he was for sure going to take this opportunity to bow out and just live in his millions. And for him to be like, no, I will be back. I was like, Maybe quit while you're ahead.
Okay.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
It
While
was
you're
a lot.
behind, actually. Um, but yeah.
So we'll see what happens next. Fantasy Suites are coming up. By the time you listen to this, it already aired. And then the finale, and we can't wait to share how we feel.
Oof. Oof. I know Rachel's gonna win. And if she doesn't win at this point, I'll actually be a little disappointed because
All
all
the
of this,
hype.
like that would be the best ending, the cherry on top. Not for Matt, but just for the tea, you know.
Yeah. Or I'm really curious if they're gonna like turn this whole thing around and then like because this all happened, they're like refilming
They
how
better
it's
not.
gonna
I'll never
end.
watch again.
I know. I know. So okay. What is your face and Fogs of the Week?
My faves. You know what? I was so excited about my faves and bugs, and I don't even think I thought of it. Um, my faves,
Okay.
my faves.
What I
Um,
look like?
that's one of them. Um, oh, this YouTube channel. Oh my God, I need to find her name. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Her name is Khadijah. And she does like, are they commentary? I think they're commentary. It's almost like video essays.
Mm.
Um,
What does
here,
that mean?
video essays. So it's like,
That's a Gen Z thing, I
she
think.
picks like a topic and she like deep dives, you know, and she goes into the history of things, but then the current topic as well. How do you say her name? I don't know. Khadija Maboe. I don't know, but she's a dark-skinned queen. She's beautiful.
Membai.
She's eloquent. Her most recent video is about the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, Jezebel situation with the titty being exposed. She talked. I found her through her Bridgerton video, which almost has 1 million views. Amazing. So I like her. She's my favorite of the week. My
How'd you
fug
find it? How'd you find it? How'd you find it? How'd you find
because
it?
I Bridgerton. My phone heard me talking about Bridgerton a couple weeks ago, and she was recommended to me. Um, but my fug of the week would have to be my hair. So.
Ew! Oh my god, are you kidding? It only was today. You've had great hair day all week. What are you talking about? No, no, no. Start over. Give us an actual Fugs. That's not allowed. I'm gonna put my fucking foot down right now.
You can't monitor my fug.
I can when you had a great hair day this whole week. Like we're not gonna start it off you with your hair. Everyone knows
So
your
you're
hair is fucking
admitting
gorge.
you're admitting that when my hair is smoothed out, it looks better all week, huh?
No, but you have confidence when it's smoothed out. You like fucking
Whatever.
shake what your daddy gave you.
I also have confidence when I have a sew-in, and Rebecca refuses to give me one. So
I've said yes about 5 times.
yeah,
We
but
just have to
Rebecca's busy,
schedule
you
it.
guys. She's busy, you guys. So anyway, yeah,
You do scheduling. Why can't we also schedule it
I'll just
in? Like I'm
pencil
not
myself
understanding.
in. I'll just pencil myself in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Okay.
understand it. Like
Okay.
that's like Carrie wanting a haircut. It's like okay,
But how
get
would
it
you react to
going.
your books? You're funny. You're so funny. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, my fug, I remain constant, is my hair, and it's how I feel about my hair currently. It's affecting me. Don't gaslight me.
It
My
just
fug
hurts
is
me
also being
because you look.
gaslighted, and
Your
it's
hair looks
punishing.
amazing. Well, your hair looks amazing,
I
and like you're
appreciate
having a
that.
beautiful curl day.
I appreciate that.
You know what you need to do though? You need to go back to a photo of like when you first started going curly, and you need to show that Sydney how far you've come.
Yeah. I
Ew,
just
she's unconvinced. She hates when I create solutions.
well, okay. Something that I saw online that I thought was really interesting, really impactful to me. And it was, this thing being like, if you're in a relationship, any relationship in your life, when someone's venting to you, asking, are you seeking comfort or solutions right now?
Hmm.
And lots of times I'm seeking comfort and
Yeah, we
Rebecca's only handing
know.
out solutions. Okay.
But
So
sometimes
sometimes
I
you just want to be
understand.
heard with your complaint.
And that's the thing. I am hearing you, but sometimes I feel like you also
You just
need
don't give a fuck.
solutions.
You just don't give a fuck.
No,
I'm
is there
hearing
any
you,
solutions?
but
I'm just not gonna sit here and like have you write about your hair
yeah.
because it's beautiful and that just hurts me inside. Well, moral of the story. I'm sorry you're feeling so fugs about your hair.
Well, thank you. But also, I think Rebecca takes it personally because it's as if she's my mother and this hair is hers. Like she's birthed me.
I take
She's like, how
everything.
dare you say that?
I take everything personally.
Mm,
I take everything personally.
it's
She
okay.
doesn't like one thing, and I'm like, well, I'm out.
Well, I'm freaking out about like even my hair looking like this and then it going out on YouTube, but it'll have to be what it is.
Ugh. Okay.
It's okay. I have hair dysmorphia. It's a thing.
We know.
I
I was
never know.
rhetorixic. I was rhetorixic, so I totally understand.
Okay. So, what's your faves and fucks?
Okay, well, she obviously wasn't convinced about my rhetorixia, but I don't really care
We've
about
discussed it. I believe you.
Anywho's, so my fave. Oh, I'm echoing a little bit right now. My fave would probably be. I don't know if I had a good week. TBH, it was really long. Okay. I think I know. My fave was finding out this new program that we're recording our podcast on, because I get like really so Sydney. I get passionate about like I think like doing it and like kind of having all of the stuff and like kind of I like get more nerdy about it, I think. And Sydney gets more nerdy about like the actual stuff that's in it. I'm just like I'm here for I like being on the ride, but like I want to like
The
control the ride
element.
Yeah, I want to like put the ride together so I know what I'm about to ride.
Well, and I like that about us. You know, it's probably for the best that we both like the different parts.
Well, we need to like different things, or else I mean, we know how we act already. Okay, so it's working right now. So my fave is that, and we're not going to share it yet because it might be horrible, and then we'll be embarrassed. So we'll just see what happens, and maybe they'll sponsor us one day. And then my fuggity fuggity fug. Fug. Would honestly be not getting Cheesecake Factory this weekend, like Sydney and Carrie did.
I don't know why you did that to yourself.
Because we ate out, we got takeout a couple days in a row, and I was like really pissed at myself. So, I was like, I can't do it again. But the fact that they both got it and assaulted me with photos. Of these, like, especially these things, like, I'd hate, what are they called? Buffalo Bites?
Buffalo Blast. And I didn't assault you with photos. I gave you a photo, and then Carrie was FaceTiming us and was eating, and that pissed me off. I felt assaulted.
Well, so Carrie got it first, ate them, and...
in front of our faces.
They're, like, wonton looking, but they literally look like the outside of a chicken tender. Like, they're breading.
They're just, like, deep fried.
I mean, but, like... It's like intense. So I was like, you can't not tell me that's not a chicken tender. So yeah, so Sydney gets triggered and is like, well, now she's going the next day. She gets Cheesecake Factory. And then I get assaulted by that photo and I'm thinking like, oh my God, I guess I could still get it today if I want to.
Yeah, of course.
No.
She's like,
no. Even Nick was like, I'm fasting till 10 p.m. today. No, I know.
What's going on over there?
Well, he like binged the heavy cream. Dude,
what's funny is that he'll never know that you said that because he will never be listening.
I multiplied the calories. 3,200.
So when you say he binged the cream, he just drank the heavy cream.
Okay. Yeah. To get that answer, just watch us on YouTube.
Interesting. What's going on in your home?
Anyways, so yeah, that's a fug. So maybe I'll still get it, but I probably won't have time to get it tonight.
I think you should.
But I was assaulted by. I just want like everything now, though. Like how do you get just one item from Cheesecake Factory?
You don't.
You know, like the egg rolls are good. I love like they have this like chicken club sandwich that's delicious. Their pizza is even good. When I was a kid, I got the Chinese. Like they've got everything. Oh my God, the mac and cheeseburger. Like how do you choose? Just how do you choose?
Well, I only got the Buffalo Blast and then the Cinnabon cheesecake.
See, that's too limiting. Like when I go to Cheesecake Factory, I get crippled with anxiety and I sit there for 45 minutes to an hour just trying to decide what I want.
So many options.
Yeah.
Wait, I also forgot another fave of mine was the new Coming to America movie.
Oh,
it was so cute.
What did you watch that on?
It's on Amazon Prime for free.
Okay, I always forget about Amazon Prime.
Me too. It's the first time I like hooked it up to my TV, but it was so cute. I loved it so much.
Well, I'm happy for you.
She won't, but she should.
Well, I haven't really watched a movie in God knows how long. I've been on a major. I mean, it's been TV shows only for probably
over a year.
Yeah. Movies are hard for me because they don't give me enough.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like I need to be with them longer because like whatever I'm watching a show that's like who I adapt my personality to be for the time being.
Hmm.
And like a movie just isn't enough time to like take on a new persona.
Wait, speaking of, this is really random, but on TikTok today I saw that New Girl, Nick from New Girl, was like on some weird Zoom with like these two random people, and he was talking about New Girl, and he said that, there's like that conspiracy theory that like every episode they mention a bear.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that. I've seen the show so many times, and he was like, "Yeah, that was a joke with the writers."
Oh,
I'm like, I need to
interesting.
rewatch
There
every
was a
single
joke
episode.
too, I think, where it was like a number countdown too.
Yeah, or
It was like a
something like
number
that.
thing. I don't,
He also
yeah.
said that they were just like fired after season 6, and him and Zoe Deschanel wrote into the Fox people saying like, we need to close the show out for the fans. You can't do that, and
No
that's why season
way.
7 was so rushed and horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need reunion. iCarly's coming back,
I don't like that. I don't like
but
that.
Jenna, Sam's not coming. She quit
Yeah,
acting.
I don't like that.
But Freddie is, and iCarly, and Carly and her brother. Did you have fun?
I had such a good time. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, I did.
I'm really excited to see how this video turns out. I'm also terrified. I don't know how much is going to be shown. I'm
Yeah,
freaking out, but it'll be great.
it'll be great. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for listening.
And thank you for noticing. Bye.